Welcome to my 1 week update about my boob job. I've been getting a lot of questions about how I've been recovering, the surgery, everything about it. So I'm going to talk about that in this video. If you have any questions about pre-op or how I chose my boob size, all of that, you can watch my pre-op video and I will link that down below. But as far as surgery went, I arrived in Austin the morning of my surgery. I can't remember, it was a week ago. What day is today? I don't even know what day today is, but a week ago. And I was honestly really anxious about being put under. It really freaks me out, but the whole thing was totally fine. They wheeled me into the room and I got anesthesia, fell asleep, had a really great nap, and basically woke up. When I first woke up, I wasn't in any pain, but I just felt, it felt really tight, but I wouldn't even say that it was painful. I woke up in my surgical bra, which is clipped in the front, and I woke up also with this band on, which I'll talk about a little bit more. Like I said, I wasn't in a lot of pain, but I was so nauseous because before surgery I took a lot of pills, and you can't eat before surgery, so they were all on an empty stomach, and for me that's enough to make me nauseous. Although I've heard other girls say in this process that they were nauseous the whole time, but pretty much everything makes me nauseous, so not surprising at all. I don't know why I didn't have crackers and a Coke waiting for me, just because I know that's how I am, but I didn't. And so whenever I was recovering, I immediately felt like I was gonna vomit. It was just not good. And so whenever they discharged me, I guess they let me go, my mom immediately drove to a Walgreens, stopped, got me some crackers, and I had a prescription for an anti-nausea medication, and I instantly felt better. After that, I would just say that nothing was really ever painful because I had pain meds. I would just say that it was really tight and it was super hard to breathe that first day. So the band that I have to wear, I'm still wearing it now, it puts extra pressure on top of already feeling really tight and swollen. So the fact that you're expanding and you put in this implant, and I got a silicone round under the muscle, and it was 470 cc's, and actually this breast is a little smaller. If you watched my pre-op vlog, we had initially talked about actually doing 2 different size implants, and I meant to ask him about it in my post-op appointment and I totally forgot, but they ended up doing the same size implant. So I guess whenever he lifted me up on the table that they looked even with the same size in. They put in a sizer on you, Dr. Franco did, that way he can see with you sitting up what your boobs are going to look like. So they did the same size in each implant. So I will say this boob, being my smaller boob, I'm saying boob so much, had a harder time recovering because it's a smaller boob with the same size implant as this one. So this one still, even a week later, is tighter and bothers me, I guess, a little bit more, but it's not pain, it's more just uncomfortable. The first day, my doctor did have me getting up every hour, walking. My mom was like a little drill sergeant about it. Even when I didn't want to get up, my mom was like, you're getting up. And then also because my incision is on the inside and I have glue on the outside, which that sounds really weird. I'll insert a photo here of what I'm talking about. I was able to shower, so at exactly 24 hours after, I used my HIPAA cleanse, which I talked about in my pre-op video. You can get that at Walgreens, CVS, probably Walmart, any of those. And I just lightly washed the area. My doctor did also say that I could take breaks from my bra and my band. So the band is here to push the implants down and make sure that they kind of settle correctly. I'm supposed to wear this for at least 2 weeks, so that's what I'm doing still. When I first got my boobs done, the first couple of days, other than to shower, I didn't take this off. I didn't take any breaks from it, mostly because the boobs just felt so weird. Maybe if you're just getting a lift or you already had some boobs to start with, maybe it doesn't feel as weird, but coming from having no boobs to having like bowling balls, it feels like on your chest. If I didn't have this or my bra on, it felt like my implants were gonna slide off, just like completely leave my body. Obviously that's not a real concern. They were perfectly fine, but it's just such a weird feeling. It almost felt like phantom boobs. They just didn't really feel like mine. So I actually felt better having my bra and my band on. Now I do take breaks from both of them just because my incision is where my bra is. You guys can see, like, my incision is right there. There is still like a little bit of marker on it because my doctor did give me alcohol swabs to wipe off the markings, but I didn't want to get that close to my incision. So, but we did under the boob, obviously. I guess I didn't say that earlier. We did under the boob. There's several ways that you can get a boob job. You can get it under the boob, around the nipple, or through the armpit, and he did the under the boob, which I'm so glad. I think my recovery has actually been better because it was under the boob. The first few days I did wear like a cotton gauze, so that way the bottom of my bra wouldn't rub the incision, but other than that it's been completely fine. And I was lucky that my mom took off work for a few days and then we were into the weekend, and so she was able to kind of watch me for like a full 5 days. Before then I was kind of more left to my own devices, and I would say the first 4 I really needed someone there. Even to get up, it was just such like a strain, and you're really not supposed to be lifting anything above your elbows to even like feed myself or anything. Was really laborious, so I'm glad that I had someone there with me. And after about that time I switched to just taking Tylenol instead of my prescriptions. I took them one night last week, I can't even remember which night it was, just because you have to sleep upright, and I was someone who before this surgery had to sleep on my stomach or else I couldn't fall asleep. I actually bought a neck pillow thing that was supposed to help train you to sleep on your back. For anti-aging reasons, you don't want to sleep on your face because it like crinkles and you get wrinkles here. I actually do have a wrinkle from sleeping on my face. I just realized my nails are still weird. If you're wondering why I'm missing this nail, go watch my pre-op video. I swear I'm not ratchet, there's a reason. And even my chest, before I had surgery, I was starting to get a wrinkle down it. I actually have a really good photo of my lack of boobs because I was documenting using retinol here because I was starting to get a little bit of a wrinkle. So I'll insert that photo so you guys can see my lack of boobs. I don't think I took a photo too coming out of surgery, which I really regret because they were so much more swollen, and I don't think I took a photo of it. I will take a photo of what they look like now so you guys can see the difference between before and at least a week after surgery. I actually really enjoyed being at a hotel for the first few days because it made it a lot easier for me to relax. When I'm home, I'm like looking at stuff. I'm like, oh, I need to do the dishes, oh, I need to do laundry and all the other things. And so it was a lot easier for me to just fully chill and relax being at a hotel. It was also really nice because they had a recliner, and so my mom stacked up pillows kind of all around me. I'll insert a photo of it here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And it was by far the most comfortable way to sleep. Since being home, I am sleeping in a bed, and I've just kind of outlined my body with pillows, that way I don't flip over in my sleep because I am a stomach sleeper. So sleeping has been a little bit hard. I did take pills, my medication, one night last week just because it does make you a little drowsy, that way I could go to sleep. But other than that, I haven't really needed to take pain meds. It doesn't necessarily hurt, it's just really uncomfortable, and your level of uncomfortableness, I would think, would depend on your surgeon and the type of job that he did. Dr. Franco actually did such a good job. I haven't had any bruising or anything, so I haven't had any pain from anything like that, but I would assume that it would be the size of your breast before and then the size of your implant on how uncomfortable you would be. I would just assume that that's kind of the case. So for me, it has been pretty uncomfortable, but it hasn't been a lot of pain. It just kind of feels tight, and then the band obviously exasperates it. I do take breaks from wearing my band, even like that. Oh, that feels so nice. I'm just gonna like tuck this so you guys can kind of see. So you can see that they're still a little high and they're still a little swollen, but they've dropped so much from when I first got surgery done. I mean, I feel like they were like at my neck when I first had surgery done. But other than that, it hasn't been bad at all. I actually feel really fine. And the other day I was kind of like moving stuff around and I remembered that I had surgery and I was like, oh. So I've even kind of put myself on couch arrest a little bit, just that way I don't do anything, because I feel fine, other than, like I said, it being tight. And when I'm not wearing the band, it doesn't really even feel that tight anymore. Even now, they feel more like my boobs. I mentioned before, the first few days after surgery, they felt like they were gonna just slide off my body. Now they're a little more settled and they really feel like they're mine, and I'm so excited about them. I love them so much. Let me see if I can like go into the camera a little bit. I mean, from having no boobs at all to having, I mean, I think they're so pretty. It also has been really weird because I have all these oversized hoodies and they are tighter in the chest. Like, they're not gappy in the chest, which is super weird. I think I definitely underestimated that some of my clothes now might not fit me. So when I asked you guys what questions you had on Instagram, the most common question was you guys wanted to know my stats. So I'm 5'3" and I had an A/B cup before, and now I have, I think, about a D cup is what Dr. Franco said they should settle into, but I won't know for like a little while what my exact sizing is, just because they're still like really swollen and really big, but I love them so much. Dr. Franco told me that I would get kind of boob grade, where as the swelling goes down, people are like, no, wait, I liked them bigger, which I do really like them, so I hope they don't go down that much more. A lot of you guys also wanted to know the cost, and so the retail value of my surgery is $5,550, which I think is actually really reasonable to change your whole body. I'm looking at my hair in this mirror because this is the first time in a week I've had makeup on or done my hair, but you're supposed to keep your arms at your side, and so I was like doing my hair like this, so y'all be easy on me because it doesn't look the best, but I do already feel so much better having just like my hair done and my makeup done, all of the things. So a lot of you guys wanted to know about that. They also do care credit where you can make payments on your boobs if you want to do it that way. I have loved the entire process. I love Dr. Franco's staff, and in 2 weeks I will have my follow-up appointment with him, just so that way he makes sure it's all healing like it's supposed to and everything looks normal. But it's been really great so far. Like I said, I'm at 1 week and I feel really good, so I'm just gonna try to not do too much. If you guys have any other questions, please let me know, and in my 2-week recovery video I will definitely update you guys on how everything's going. But I mean, so far there's not much to report because it's been pretty easy. So I will see you guys in my next video.